Hello YouTube, I'm Michael Morgan. This is Retro Reviews. Thanks for joining me today. Today I'm going to be reviewing my favorite holiday movies. So before we get into review, as always, make sure that you subscribe to the channel, that like button on this video, and share this video. Also, just a note, if you have not watched any of these movies today, I will warn you there will be spoilers ahead. Okay, let's kick off the list at number 6 with A Christmas Story. What is interesting about A Christmas Story is when it was first came out in theaters in 1983, it was considered a box office disappointment, but it found a new life when it came to cable television in the 80s. And I remember watching this on cable around 1986 or so. And of course, it is just 40 years later, has just become a cultural phenomenon, so to speak, as this time of year there is plenty of A Christmas Story merchandise out in the stores. And A Christmas Story is the movie is about a Ralphie and his pursuit of a Red Ryder BB gun for Christmas. This is just such a great movie. Not only because of the nostalgia, but it's also it's also very as everybody can relate to it on some level, because as children there was always that one toy. Maybe you wanted it for Christmas, maybe you wanted it for your birthday, and you would just do anything to get your hands on it. And we also know the frustration, about it when we're children, and things that don't quite go the way we expect. It seemed like at every turn, somebody is telling Ralphie he'll shoot his eye out. Even Santa Claus, his teacher, tells him. But there's just a lot of great memorable lines and scenes in this movie. Of course, I think of the scene where Ralphie puts the bully in his place. You think of Ralphie's exasperated dad constantly working on the furnace. You have the whole subplot with the lake lamp. I mean, this is just a great movie with great performances and a great story. Okay, at number 5 we have Elf with Will Ferrell. Now, this is just a fun, just an overall a fun movie. This is peak Will Ferrell. This is Will Ferrell right before Anchorman, Talladega Nights, Step Brothers. I mean, it's just a great performance by Will Ferrell, because Will Ferrell's it kind of plays this naive man child. Which of course he's kind of played the man child for a lot of his career, and a lot of his great comedies. But here, I mean, this serves him well, because you have he plays Buddy the Elf, who of course is not like the other elves, because Buddy the Elf is well over 6 feet tall, and but Buddy lives at the North Pole with Santa and his elves. And then he sets out to New York City to find his real family. After he learns that he's been adopted, and he tracks down his dad, who's played brilliantly by James Caan. And which this for James Caan, James Caan is just he always played tough guys in movies. I mean, he's the original. He played Sonny Corleone in The Godfather. But just you got a great supporting cast in this movie. You have the comedic legend Bob Newhart. He has a great movie, a great part in this movie. You have Mary Steenburgen. You have Zoe Deschanel. Ed Asner plays a Santa Claus. I mean, this overall, this is just a great magical story to watch at Christmas time, and also this was directed by Jon Favreau, who would go on to direct Iron Man and be an influential part of the Marvel Cinematic Universe. So there's that little bit of trivia. Okay, at number 4. Home Alone. Yeah, this is just a great movie by John Hughes. Of course, if you're not familiar with the story, Kevin McAllister, his family they're going to Paris for Christmas, and in the hustle of trying to get ready, they all oversleep. They fly to Paris, and they realize that they left Kevin home by himself, of which Kevin, I think he's 7 or 8 in this particular movie, not old enough to stay home by himself, and then he's got to deal. And he's got to deal with the wet bandits who are trying to break into his house, and Kevin booby traps the house. I mean, this is just such a hilarious movie to watch. I mean, of course, there's a lot of the pratfalls are very cartoony, but you got a great performance by Joe Pesci, and Daniel Stern. They do a great job, and to a great supporting cast, Catherine O'Hara who plays Kevin's mom. There's a brief appearance by a cameo appearance by John Candy. This was a John Hughes written movie. Yeah, and so I mean, with John Hughes movies, maybe as being an '80s kid, but I always look back on his movies fondly. In Home Alone is one of those movies it does not fail to deliver laughs. Okay, number 3, we have a timeless classic. This is just one of maybe not one of the greatest Christmas movies, but just one of the one of the best movies ever made. I wish in some way Hollywood today would go back and make more movies like this. It's a Wonderful Life with Jimmy Stewart. This was Jimmy Stewart's return to Hollywood after he served his time during World War II, directed by Frank Capra. When you watch this movie, this will take you all. You'll be up and down the emotional spectrum as you have. Jimmy Stewart's character deals with some ups and downs in his life. He has, he has to deal with disappointment. Sometimes he's got to sacrifice what he wants to do for other people. And then at the point, George Bailey, Jimmy Stewart's character, he tries he makes a wish that he was never born, and it just and the guardian angel named Clarence, it takes him through what life would have been like. It's just one of those great movies where it's easy to see just how it impactful somebody. You never know how much of an impact that you have on someone else in your life, and just a phenomenal movie. Great performances by Jimmy Stewart, and of course Donna Reed, and also just one of those timeless movies, and it just gets better gets better with age as well. Okay, number 2, Planes, Trains, and Automobiles. This is just, it's peak Steve Martin, peak John Candy, another John Hughes written and directed movie. This is just 3 great masters of 3 great masters of comedy. It's one of those mismatched buddy road trip movies. As you have, Steve Martin is this neat, very very meticulous advertising executive, and of course John Candy is just this average Joe, kind of a slob. And they both they're flying from New York to Chicago in the plane. a plane encounters some snow, and they get grounded in Kansas in the middle of the night, just days before Thanksgiving, and the movie just is about their misadventures trying to get back home. Yeah, it's just, just a great movie, not only for the last, but just, there's this friendship that develops between John Candy's character and Steve Martin's character in the movie, and this has a great, a great touching scene at the end. Of course, this is a movie that I also quote. It's one of those movies that I could watch and I know the line that's coming next. Okay, here we are, number 1. National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation. This is just peak Chevy Chase. Just another great story written by John Hughes. You just have a great family man who is just trying to plan just the perfect Christmas, not only for his wife and his children, but for his extended family. And you just just encounter so many misadventures, and he just deals with the frustrations of the holidays. Christmas lights aren't working. The Christmas bonus hasn't showed up yet. Cousin Eddie, played by Randy Quaid. This is his second appearance in the Vacation series, because he was in National Lampoon's the first Vacation movie, and he wasn't in the second when it was European Vacation. But I mean, just this great. It just great comedic performances all around. I mean, just a great. Yeah, you have a great supporting cast. Of course, you have Randy Quaid. You have Doris Roberts, who went on to be who played Raymond's mother, and Everybody Loves Raymond. You have of course, Beverly D'Angelo returns as Ellen. And of course, this is one of the first appearances of Johnny Galecki, who would later go on to be on Roseanne and in The Big Bang Theory. He played Leonard. You also have Juliette Lewis, who plays the children, Audrey and Rusty. There's just so many memorable scenes. So many memorable lines. And this is another movie that I will laugh, no matter how many times I've seen it. I will laugh at it every time at the same parts, even though I know what's coming. I've been watching it probably 15, 20 times in my lifetime. It's my favorite Christmas movie, and I would like to thank you for taking take this time to watch this video today. And if you're watching this during the holiday seasons, I wish you and your family all the best. Thank you for watching.